Now we're recording. Hold on. Hey, Brandy.
Hey. Welcome to The Scoop, Weddings Unveiled. With your hosts, Tim Schaus of TLS Entertainment and Brandy Harlan, a local wedding planner, bringing you tips, tricks, and ideas to help plan your wedding day. This is The Scoop, Weddings Unveiled.
Welcome back to another episode of The Scoop, Weddings Unveiled. I am Tim Schaus, TLS Entertainment, your premier wedding DJ. Joined by the beautiful, wonderful Brandy Harlan, your non-retired wedding planner, and we've got a special guest, DJ Truth.
What up, Joe?
Your sports and fitness DJ. What is up, man?
I know, you need sound effects. Like,
I know.
I feel like
do.
he's not hitting his mix board over here and there's nothing happening. Like, I feel like it's an innate habit. Like, okay. Okay.
AKA your hype man.
What is up, man?
I'm so happy that you're here.
Where am I looking here?
You can look wherever.
Yeah, I just look at him.
Yeah, we just look
down?
here.
Okay,
That's
okay.
fine.
Yeah, like.
It's fine. Yeah, man, we're super stoked to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, man.
It's an honor because like you are like the man, the myth, the legend. Just to kind of like run through a few things about you. You're from Michigan.
Yes, yeah.
And you moved down.
Wait, hold up. Okay, I was gonna say which
blue.
side of Michigan?
gotta
There are
go
two
blue.
sides.
Yeah,
Okay.
OH.
I-O.
Yeah, it's
Hold on.
I know. You didn't know that before you sat so close to me. Now, did you?
Sorry, that's all right. You know what?
It's okay. I hung out with Herb Meyer for like.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Listen,
I got a
for
photo
the right
of Urban
price,
Meyer downtown.
OHIO.
There you go. There we go.
So, originally from Michigan, moved down here. During COVID, right?
Yep.
During COVID, you moved down, and you are hooked up with Orange Theory.
Yeah.
Orange Theory Fitness. You are like their main guy for DJing.
Yeah.
Like you travel all over the states and DJ for them. You're the guy.
It's been a run, man. It's been a hell of a run.
And you're also a coach.
Well, technically, my last class ever coaching will be next Tuesday.
Oh, damn.
Coaching
Yeah.
What though?
Fitness.
Fitness
Coaching
at
fitness
Orange
classes.
Theory.
Yeah,
Yeah, at Orange
Okay.
Theory.
Yeah.
Are you just going more into just the DJing side, or?
Well, I didn't start coaching until I moved here.
Right.
2 years after I moved here. So I started coaching just because. I mean, it was so many reasons why I started coaching, but honestly, it was just to give a different presence to coaching that was around here. But I said I wanted to give it 2 years.
Okay.
August will make 2 years, and I'm wiping my slate clean. It's just like I just want to check the box on it.
Okay.
Check the box, and I'm like, July 30th, the last day. So
Ooh.
Did
And
you
then what?
start out DJing for fitness? Like how did we get to here?
So I didn't start off DJing for fitness in general. Orange Theory came as I was already a DJ. I was already a DJ, actually doing weddings, bar mitzvahs, normal parties, any backyard party or whatever. Hooked up with Orange Theory and kind of mapped out a game plan myself. Like they just wanted to hire a DJ, and I kind of
You're like no. You're
I
getting
went
more than that.
home, did some research on because I had no clue what it was. Like I had never heard of it, and it was literally across the street from where I was working anyway. Went in there, saw it. I was like, oh, I can turn this into something.
Yeah.
I can make this something. And
Okay.
yeah, it's been a run. That was 2017 when that started. So.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I mean, you've definitely inspired me a lot along the way, and actually, you got me into Orange Theory.
Oh yeah, I remember when you told me. Yeah.
We met. Actually, we met out at UTC.
Yep.
For their UTC Fit,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think I did a class. I did a class out there.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
We did a class.
Yeah, we did a class.
Okay.
And you were out there and we exchanged information. You actually kind of did a few events with me.
Yeah.
Some weddings and events, and then you needed some help with me to take over some of the UTC Fit
Yeah,
events because you were
absolutely.
traveling.
Absolutely.
So you weren't doing the classes. You were just conducting.
So then I started DJing some of the classes.
DJing
Yeah.
classes. Yeah.
But that's how we met. That was a couple of years ago now.
Yeah,
So, and ever since then you got me into Orange Theory, and you said, "Hey, I'm DJing a class at Orange Theory. Come check it out." So I did, and then I was doing Orange Theory for a couple of years,
Yeah.
and but now I mean, so on your resume, you also aren't you like one of like the DJs for University of Michigan for their home games?
I do. So I do half the home games.
Okay.
I do half the home games for U of M. They actually, so the story is kind of crazy. So before I moved here, before COVID, right? Before the end of the world. So before then, I had got hired to DJ for Michigan. Someone was speaking to me about it, and we were going to go into it the following season. But then COVID hit.
Yep, and nothing.
Nothing happened. There was no football or nothing. Then later on, when football got back going, they reached out to me, but they didn't realize I had moved. Like, they didn't know I had left.
Oh.
You're like, not telling you.
Because I was going to just be the one DJ, right? The official.
Yeah, the official,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
so you're half the official.
I'm half the official. But as of recently, so that's actually trickling down because now, instead of just Michigan, I'm doing all Big Ten. So go
really
OHIO. Yeah.
Like,
what?
Whole fall. Yeah, I'm traveling.
You better like really
dude.
Do it
Yeah.
Yo, I'm so stoked for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
What?
I'm doing like this big announcement in a couple of weeks.
Well, hard launch.
Well,
Yeah.
soft launch.
Soft launch.
Well, soft launch, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people already know, but I've been talking with them and going back and forth.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So
How do you get into that?
Like, you need a roadie sidekick because, that would be so much fun. I'll just carry
Well, they
equipment.
provide everything for you. You just need to bring your music and your controller.
Stop it. I will
sorry.
carry equipment. I want to go to the game.
She will carry your backpack.
You will carry the back. You gotta
I will make all the
go
arrangements
blue.
for travel. I can say go blue for some travel.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah.
So yeah, how'd you get in? Like, how did that happen?
I think, what? Honestly, it's word of mouth. So what happened is I've been doing the Michigan games. It kind of trickles from there. So Orange Theory got me Michigan. Orange Theory is my gateway for everything. That's why I'm so thankful for it, because one thing about an Orange Theory class, you never know who's in the class.
True.
Like one day I'm coaching, and I'm coaching the owner of Club Live in Miami, the biggest premier club in the United States. At downtown Sarasota.
What?
Him and his wife
Sarasota
take
is a
class.
mecca.
They're my members. Yeah. But you just never know. So most of my connections have always come from being in an Orange Theory class, always being upbeat, when I'm DJing, always just giving positive energy. And with coaching, the same thing. So you get those connections. But Michigan came from that. The athletic director would take class.
Happened to take a class?
Yeah, they would normally take class in Ann Arbor. I would DJ
all the
there
smart
normally.
people from the north come south, right?
Right. Well,
Sarasota.
no, I'm from the north.
Yes.
My
We're
family
all very
is, but
smart, yes.
Yeah, but
damn.
But Michigan led into me doing March Madness, which just so happened to be in Detroit this past.
Oh,
the
yes.
Sweet 16 and the Elite 8.
So you did March Madness?
So I did March Madness back home in Detroit. And from there, Big Ten reached out like, yo, we like what you did with the other things. Here's an opportunity. And took it, man. So this fall, I am gone.
I'm assuming they pay for your travel.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Backpack holder.
Backpack holder.
So I have a question, though. How do you DJ at Orange Theory? Like, tell me that concept. I've never been to Orange Theory, and I don't know if all of our listeners quite understand. Like, are you the instructor? Are you DJing? Is there another instructor? Like, what does that framework look like?
So first start.
I might end up at Orange
first start
Theory.
with the premise of Orange Theory Fitness and how it works. Because it's a group class. It's a group fitness class. So
it's a group fitness class with one instructor.
Okay.
Let's just say there's 24 people in a room. Sometimes it can be 36, right?
Okay.
12 people would be on one side of the room. Let's just say 12 people are on 12 treadmills, 1 through 12.
Okay.
The other 12 people are on the other side of the room together.
which is the weights.
Which is the weights,
Okay.
which is like lifting weights. We also have water
So, like,
rollers.
kind of like a HIIT class?
It is
it's
very much.
exactly a HIIT
Okay.
class.
I know HIIT classes.
Yeah,
Got it.
But the one coach is cueing everybody. They're
Okay.
cueing the treadmills on what to do, cueing the floor on what to do, and they're
Okay.
keeping everybody on time with a stopwatch. And
then there's a switch.
Yeah,
And then there's a switch.
halfway through the class, you switch sides. So the weight class or the weight side is also utilizing the rowers as well. So
Gotcha. There's different stations on one side that
Yes.
that the weight side is, and then there's
Yep.
different stations rather on the other side, and they're base switches.
station. I mean, you just have treadmills. You have 12 treadmills in a row.
Okay.
And
So I'm on a treadmill for like half the class.
yeah.
But you won't. But you don't realize it because there's a lot of sprint work. There's a lot of you got rest, but you've got jogging, and then but it's constantly going. And they play hype music, So like you're
Right.
listening to the
Okay.
music, and at times, and I just kind of took over, but
No, yeah, you're good.
but at
Go,
times
go,
they
go.
have. I know sometimes they'll have like specific. What's up? Sometimes they'll have like specific genres of music.
Oh, okay.
And I know like Truth, like you've done a variety of different genres or like
Oh, yeah,
styles of
absolutely.
like when
Absolutely.
Drake came out with like his new album or something, or
Yeah.
or no, it was during the Super Bowl a couple
Oh,
of years ago.
yeah.
You did a Rihanna mix.
Rihanna, yeah.
Ah. So
Yeah.
what you're saying is I might need to go to Orange Theory class.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's
Yeah,
great.
fun.
So because I'm such a music like
Uh-huh.
person, like I want to say foodie, but that's I mean I don't know what you call music foodie.
Yeah.
But I think that probably would be
Well, it's-
advantageous for me because I just would zone out.
Right, and so usually there's an instructor in the class.
Right.
What Truth does is he has like a little area. He's got a very condensed setup. No speakers. He plugs into the house system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Yep,
Or
yep.
do you bring a speaker sometimes or no?
Sometimes I do, just so I'm not putting so much power through their
Yeah,
amp.
and blowing their shit.
Yeah, which I have.
Oh, I'm sure.
Times.
Yeah.
Which I
Okay.
have.
And then you just, I mean, you know the algorithms of everything. You know like where people need to be as far as like BPM wise. So like if there's
Yeah.
like a big push on the treadmills, like all right, hey,
Gotcha.
we're going into a sprint.
Okay.
Truth knows he's like, all right, let's go for it. So then he'll amp it up and go into like a higher
How fun.
Yeah.
BPM
yeah.
song.
Okay.
Or if you need a good like.
Cool down.
A cool down, yes, but like if you really need something just to get you going,
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right. Literally, that's how it is, though. Literally, that's how it is, and it's all like the music aspect for me is more of a science. Like my background is music, so when I'm in there, I'm thinking music first.
Yeah.
But every coach isn't a DJ, right?
Yeah.
So they might
try.
Yeah, yeah, and they might not think music first. I'm looking at how people are moving, how
Yeah.
if they're talking, oh, this song's too quiet.
Yeah.
If they can sit there and have a full-on conversation, you know.
Got
and that means they're not
They're
moving
not
hard
engaged.
enough.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, if you can run and talk at the same time, you're not running hard enough.
So let me amp it up.
Yeah.
let me have it
Because
up
I
for you.
think your body innately just starts to move to music in that way.
Right,
And you
right.
try to stay on beat. I mean, at least that's when I don't like to run a lot of long distances. I was a sprinter in high school and college. So give me that short distance. But if when I do run long distance, I like that beat to run to
Yeah,
because then I
yeah.
can stay
Yeah.
with it and I know that okay, I'm still, I'm progressing. Like it's
Yeah.
motivation. So
No, I
that's
agree.
awesome.
I agree.
So that's all.
Wow.
That's how. So Orange Theory is the gateway for
Yeah,
you.
100% the gateway. 100%
That is
the gateway,
awesome.
man. And I love it. You know, I think it's something special in people who are just trying to better themselves. Like, of course, you can meet an asshole and all of that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you walk into a fitness facility, you are trying to better yourself, either mentally, physically, or both.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
And emotionally
and
sometimes.
Well,
emotionally,
emotionally.
yeah,
Just give me a punching bag some days. Like,
Literally,
just give me that.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I think that's what really makes me love it. Like, yo, they're just trying to be better anyway.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Yeah. I mean, music definitely is a huge part of working out. When you're
Yeah.
running, when you're lifting weights.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
think
mean, you
for
just-
me, it's a part of every day. Like
Yeah.
every day, wake up, music turns on automatic. Like
Yep.
that's just how my household rolls. So I don't think people quite understand how music can change atmospheres and things as easily
Right.
as and you guys put a lot of work into seeing that atmosphere and seeing what's going on and looking at the room and saying, okay, this is what they need.
Right.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's definitely a science, like you said.
And you used to do weddings, but you don't. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure like a special occasion you might, but typically like. But you used to do weddings. That was like a big thing
yeah,
for you.
that
That's-
was a big thing. Weddings and bar mitzvahs. I'd actually worked for a company back in Michigan who specializes in bar mitzvahs.
yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Ah.
Star Trek. Shout out
Good
to Star
to know,
Trek.
since I have bar mitzvahs.
Well,
at my
no, but he
venue.
doesn't do them anymore.
Oh,
And I can give you all the
I
tips.
mean,
I can give you all the tips.
I'm
like,
not trying
So-
to
Back in
DJ it
Michigan,
myself.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hire you to do it.
Well, honestly, at bar mitzvahs, it's not even the DJ; it's the MC.
Yep,
the
and this
MC.
guy
It's
is
the MC.
really good. This is Mr. Hype Man right here.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
that's what I love. I love the MC aspect of it. Like my background, I started as an MC before I even knew how to DJ.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's how I started. So MCing comes natural to me first before DJing.
Okay.
So in the bar mitzvah world, the DJ, not gonna say the DJ didn't matter, but typically the company books the DJ. They have a DJ, but it's the MC
Yep.
who's doing everything.
Yep.
They're
Yeah,
meeting
because there's a
with the
lot that goes
family.
into
They're-
that.
It is. I don't want to
it's-
do any more bar
it
mitzvahs,
is
honestly.
I know you
a
don't.
lot.
That's
is.
why I'm like,
It
who's
is
my go-to?
A lot. A lot.
Yep.
It is a lot.
Oh my gosh. So I have additional questions.
Okay.
What's the craziest wedding or bar mitzvah that you've
Ooh.
ever
Oh, I saw
Like
a kid
done
get dropped.
or
I can tell you
all
right
the
now.
things? Like, oh, I like
saw a kid get dropped off in a helicopter.
it. Shut up.
These bar mitzvahs. So
Oh, this is a bar mitzvah.
this is a bar mitzvah. Helicopter.
Can we-
Wait a minute. Wait, it gets better. To perform at his bar mitzvah was Rick Ross. And this was my very first one.
First one.
Very first one.
He's like,
very
bar
This was the
mitzvahs
one
is
they
where
were
it's at.
training me at. They were training me,
Oh.
the company. And I was like, yeah, take him along on that one. Kid with a helicopter,
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross. And then I hear the stories of they're like, I'm new, so I'm like, and they're all laughing at me like, oh, you ain't seen nothing. Because that's all it is. It's like, how do I outdo
crazy.
this
Right.
other kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely competitive.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is
Wow.
by far the craziest thing.
Okay.
By far. Like a helicopter.
Like, you remember that
Bro,
TV show, The Sweet 16?
Oh yeah.
My-
That's
Yeah,
probably.
that's
Very
what that is.
indicative of-
That's literally what those were, though.
All right, so
Wow.
that's a crazy. I mean, that's crazy. But like, what in like crazy things have you seen at either bar
Crazy.
mitzvah, like unruly parents or
I mean,
family
we've seen,
members?
we've
Oh,
seen some things. We've seen broken
Yeah.
legs. We've seen.
Yeah.
We got shot
we
at.
got shot at.
Y'all got shot at. I was in the
Oh,
hood.
you didn't listen
No.
to our podcast?
Oh, we were out
We were
east.
not in the hood.
Oh.
We were in.
We were in the
we were
boondocks.
You was in the
country.
boon. Oh, that yeah.
We
you
were
was
in the
boonies?
country. You haven't listened to our podcast.
I
then, have
didn't know
you?
y'all got shot at. Tell
that's
me
one of our
more.
best
He's-
episodes.
Tell me more. No, tell
No,
me
you
more.
gotta listen to the episode.
All right.
Mhm.
No, I can't.
But we
no?
did. We got shot
I
at.
got shot. Okay.
So what you got?
Top that.
Well, I've never seen anybody get shot at a wedding.
Right.
At a wedding. Let
You
me
lived in
say
He's
that.
Detroit.
like, he's
Yeah,
like,
I've
I'm
seen
from
people
Michigan,
get shot at.
Detroit. Let's make
I
that
think
clear.
the craziest I seen a wife. I've seen a wife make out with a brother.
So the bride.
The bride made out with the brother and made a whole scene, and the wedding continued. The groom left, everybody else stayed. He caused the scene. Wedding continued. Literally made out with the brother
Wow.
at the reception.
Why?
Wonder where they are now.
Drunk.
Oh.
Just drunk.
Oh,
She
having a
always
good
had a
time.
thing for him. I don't
Yeah,
want
she-
to hear it.
absolutely.
Alcohol is a true serum. She always wanted the brother.
Dancing.
And that was the only way she could get in.
Uh-huh. I was
Dancing.
drunk.
Yeah, dancing. Made
Y'all
out right
blame
on
it.
the floor. Right
Oh.
on the floor. And everyone else was having a good time. So, everyone's just partying, and I'm looking.
Yeah.
like,
What did you like? What did you?
The
How did you?
groom-
What
Well,
did you do
I
in that
noticed.
situation?
I noticed it immediately.
Yeah, you saw
and then
it.
I saw the bridemaid come snatch her over, and then they just shut it down,
Snatch
like
her
shut
life.
it down.
That's a good bridesmaid.
Yeah. The
The
groom should
brother?
have found a bridesmaid.
Well, the groom and the brother were arguing, and the dad. I don't know if the mom was arguing, but the groom, the brother, they were all arguing. Next thing-
After the fact.
after the fact, it was
Okay.
like immediately.
Yeah.
it was like immediately, and they kind of walked out. Party's still going.
You're
The
like,
mom-
I'm
the
still
First-
doing my thing.
First song. It wasn't me.
It wasn't.
As soon as they all walked back in, that would have been
It
it.
wasn't
this
me.
was
Yeah.
this was after dinner. This is during the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is during the party. It already cut the cake and everything. They go out in the hallway. People are still like kind of dancing. The mom comes over to me. She's like, just keep it going. And I'm like, all right. Yeah. No one really cared at that point because they're checking on both parties.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, bride comes back in, drink in hand. Everyone comes back in. I was like, how do I save this? Oh, I know what will save it. Good old Cupid Shuffle. Let's get you
The
Let's
Cupid
go into
shuffle.
the Rolodex of old school. How
Oh
do we
my
save this right
Oh,
now?
and everybody forgets.
Yep, and they started line dancing ish. And the brother ended up
That's
back in there too. I didn't see the groom again that night.
Damn.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well.
yeah.
Well, speaking of weddings,
Yeah. You
I had a wedding this past weekend.
Tell us
Which is
more.
rare, people.
Yeah, summer
This is
summer
not-
weddings are very few and far between.
Were
Let me
they
just
fr-
say,
my number one question: were they from up north? That's always the deal.
You know what? I don't know where they're from.
You got to start asking this question.
I was just about to say it, but Michigan summer's wedding
Oh,
season.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wedding
It's
Well,
opposite
yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's complete-
Northeast is
like
wedding season.
May
Michigan.
to August is
Okay.
north. Yeah.
So we're out of wedding season because it's too damn hot.
It is.
Yeah.
The wedding was at the Don Cesar.
Oh, your
in St.
favorite.
Pete.
Sound rich, right?
I know.
Yes.
The
Did you not see
The
his
Pink
Instagram
Palace.
post of him walking down those pink stairs?
Yeah, the Pink
Oh,
Palace.
Yeah, in his black
That,
suit. He was killing it.
It was awesome. I love that venue.
know
It's
you
my
do.
second time in a month and a half,
Where
really.
is it?
St. Pete.
Oh.
Right on the water.
beach.
Okay.
Yep. And
And it's really pink.
they have multiple
The whole building
ballrooms.
is
They have
pink.
multiple ballrooms. We were in the grand ballroom. There was about 130 guests, and it was really cool. It's kind of like stadium seating in a sense, where like you have in the ballroom, you walk in and around like they have the tables around, then they have railings, and then you go downstairs.
Oh, there's a step
and
down.
there's
Like a
that's
pit.
the dance floor, like a pit
Oh.
on the dance floor.
Wow.
I like that.
Yeah, so I took they
Not
did
a
a
bad seat in the house at that point.
no, not
Rich
really.
wedding.
And so I don't know how nobody else came up with this idea, but for introductions, I was like, well, since all the tables are up on the floor level,
Right.
and then you've got the dance floor level, which is at the bottom. That's where they're doing like their first dance
Yeah.
and like introductions. So they come in and they go down the stairs, go into their first dance. I said, why don't we just have everybody like lined up against the railing and kind of like create this like this like stadium view. So when videographers are in there, they can have everybody above them
Yeah.
around. And they're like, "Oh my god, that's a great idea." I'm like, "The fuck?" Like, anyway,
How come
go
nobody's
me,
thought of this?
go me. So absolutely. I
love
mean,
it.
yeah, it was. We turned up. It was awesome. My DJ assistant Matt was with me. He's been a great addition to the team.
Yes.
He's turning into like a little Mr. Hype Man. So I'll be DJing and he's on the mic going crazy. We had crowd surfing.
Oh my
Did
god.
you successful?
Successful crowd surf
nice.
with
Nobody got
with the
injured?
bride and groom.
Oh.
Yeah, the bride. That was her dream, was to crowd surf to Macklemore's. What song was it?
Thrift shop?
No.
We,
that
Yes, Can't Hold Us.
can't hold us.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yep. Come on. Yeah.
I could see some crowd surf into that.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course, like, I made the announcement. This is the bride's dream. We need everybody to come up front, and so, yeah, she kind of. It was awesome.
And they successfully
that.
did it.
It was
They
very, and then
did
the
it.
groom
In a wedding dress.
in a
That's
wedding
impressive.
dress. We had pink glasses on.
Okay.
It was a vibe. It was
Wow.
awesome.
I
We
love
didn't have to do a ceremony, which was even better.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
why?
The ceremony was at a church.
Oh.
Yeah, it was at a
the
church
best
at like
kind
2
of wedding,
o'clock.
I will say.
That's gotta
Um,
win, my
Once we
friend.
started the
I do love to
dancing,
plan
they
those
didn't
kind.
leave. Once we started dancing, they didn't leave. It was a vibe. However, before we got to dancing,
There's always a thing. There's always something.
all right. So this is how it went. Cocktail hour, which was outside, which sucked for them, and then also inside. So it was kind of like back and forth. But the bar was outside. So,
Right.
Oh. Gotta go
so
outside.
cocktail hour. Everybody came into the ballroom and did like the big reveal, which was really cool. Everybody loved it.
Right.
Got everybody seated. Did introductions. Went into the first dance, which they had a choreographed dance, which was really cool. They did an awesome job. Then we did mother-son dance, father-daughter. Then everybody took their seats. Father John did the blessing.
Okay.
After the Father John, then the bride said a welcome and thank you. She had a
Nice.
front and back page speech
Oh,
to give.
so
Okay.
this was
So
your,
this is
this is your sign that something was about to
so
go.
already
yeah.
know.
So and then after that, then the groom
dog.
had a little something to say, so then he said something, and all along I'm like, they wanted to go straight into speeches.
Mm-hmm.
Those weren't the speeches. They had 5 speeches after the blessing and then the welcome and thank you. Then the first maid of honor, or the maid of honor, one of the sisters, had a speech, and her speech probably was a good 25 minutes.
Are they
What?
reading this speech
Yes.
or this off the top?
Nope, they're reading.
They're
Oh my
reading.
God. And
so
what
she
can
wrote
you talk about for 30
I don't know.
minutes?
I don't-
Like
it
since,
was-
since inception?
So the idea was,
Hey, I remember when.
so the
Dad
idea
said,
was blessing, welcome, and thank you, and then like drop the salads. But since the blessing was probably like just a couple minutes, but the bride's welcome and thank you was pretty long. It was a good 10 minutes.
Okay.
And so, and then the groom was saying something, and so at that point they just started bringing out the salads.
They're like, yo,
They're like,
yo,
all right.
we gotta go.
This
We
is-
gotta
And
go.
since I
"The
saw
lettuce
that,
is wilting.
since I saw that, I was like, all right, we're just gonna go straight into the first speech. So I brought the maid of honor up and introduced her up. So she came up. She had 2 pages, front and back, of a speech, and just going on and on to one point where the planners, they went out of the ballroom. I don't know what they were doing, but like 30
You know
minutes
what we do
later.
when we go away? We go outside to be like, what the actual?
Well, right. So they leave and then they come back to like check on things, and it's still going.
Yeah.
So good 30
Wow.
minutes of her speech, which was crazy. Now let me just did I say that the speeches were an hour and a half long? Did I
in
say
total? In total?
Yeah.
that? The speeches, just the speeches. That's not including the blessing and the
That takes up
the-
a lot of real estate in your timeline.
an hour and a half long. An hour and a half long
Easy.
were the speeches. So so at least 20 to 30 minutes was the maid of honor. Then the first best man came on,
Okay.
which is one of the brothers of the groom. He comes on
Sing it.
and
You
was in my head.
What is it?
Sing
What is it?
I know you wanted to sing it. I was
Brothers.
gonna- We're happy and we're singing and we're colored.
there it is.
Showing our age right here.
Yep. So one of the brothers goes first.
Start reading my mind.
Right.
And his speech was okay, but then he passed it on to the other best man, the other brother.
The other brother.
And it was
I know, I can't now. Forever now.
so the first best man was probably a good 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then he brings on, because I was supposed to introduce it after the first best man, that was going to the matron of honor, and then the second best man. But
Oh.
the first best
They
man was
just
like,
decided
"Hey,
to-
I'm going to invite up the second best
Cool.
man."
You're like, yo,
Cool.
come
And I
on.
was
We're
like,
taking
all right,
over.
whatever. Yeah, you do your thing, man. And then
Obviously.
the second best man starts to like try and do a roast or like all these one-liners.
Okay.
Nobody's
Were they good?
No.
No.
Just-
no,
That's
they're
the
not.
worst.
dud after dud after dud, and
Okay,
nobody's
stop.
just
Boom,
crickets.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, yep. I should have played that a few times. But he was going on for a good 10, 15 minutes. And it was just, I was like, all right. And then all of a sudden he was like, okay, that's it. And then I'm done. And it was just okay, all right.
Then you
Is
had the
the-
matron.
What were you going to
Now,
say?
is the bar closed at this time?
Yes.
I always shut the bar down.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. Nothing is.
They were losing their
Oh,
People
sure.
were pissed.
Well, and
Yeah.
people actually,
Oh my
so
God.
then, so the 2 best men went. Then I introduced the matron of honor, and she has speeches and everything to talk about. Or she has pages
full.
full of a speech.
pages.
Well, here's the thing about having paper versus a cell phone. You get an idea like what you're in for when they
Right.
bring out the pages and it's front and back. On a cell phone, you're just
You're
like
just
they're
scrolling
just
and
constantly
scrolling.
So let me
scrolling.
just. All right. So
Yo.
salads have gone out. Salads have now been
Picked
bust.
up. Oh.
Now dinners are coming out
Oh shoot.
Oh.
because if we
Yeah,
hadn't,
yeah, 'cause-
if we hadn't,
No.
they and everybody else is eating. The bride and groom were just sitting up.
And that's the worst too because
Starving.
you hear all the clanking of the silverware. Everybody like at least
Right.
everybody's quiet, but it's still like this constant.
Well, it started get like
and
you
then
could
the
tell
couple's
people were
not
getting
eating.
restless. People were leaving,
Ay,
going to the
ay, ay.
restroom. People were actually
Going
left
to
the
their car
ballroom
to go
and
get
Yeah.
alcohol.
well, the planners
Oh,
were saying
yeah.
that there were some guests that were complaining that how long the speeches were.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
so the matron of honor is now speaking. She's done. And then I introduce the father of the bride.
Oh no.
And he comes up. And his speech is probably another 30 minutes. 30, 40 minutes.
So-
However,
Okay.
so we had some one-liners that just didn't go well.
Yeah.
We had some very, very long speeches that in general
We're
just
Yeah,
there were
yeah.
some like there were some that were funny, but just nothing really. Now the father comes up,
oh god.
and everybody's like going crazy for him. No, it was a good crowd. Like it was a good group of people.
Yeah.
They were hyped. They were ready to go. They partied hard later on.
They had to make up for that hour and a half.
He had a gift. He had a gift for the couple. And he pulls out these 2 hats, and they are red.
I know where this is going.
And he was like, he was like, Bride, I would like for you to say, or no, he went to the groom. He was like, I would like for you to read what the hat says. And it says, "Make marriage great again."
Oh, nice. Okay.
But then he pulls out a 3rd hat for himself. And I shit you not, he puts it on and it has a bandage on the right ear.
Shut up. Come on.
He was like, too soon? Too soon?
I can't.
Legendary.
Bringing politics in.
I can't.
Clearly, we all know
Like,
which side.
And I guess he knew the assignment and he understood that the groom was on the same. like,
Yeah.
It doesn't end. It doesn't.
though.
It doesn't end there. Then he was like, "Hey, I guess he put these little pieces of paper on everybody's table, and they sang a cappella." He was like, I want everybody to join in on us on this like Irish tradition." They weren't Irish, but there was like an Irish song. And he's like, "We've done this at my other daughter," because he has 6 daughters and 1 son. So
he had to have some big pockets.
right, yeah. So he invites the entire bridal party table up on up on the stage area where he's at. There's like 15 of them. Like, oh my God, like they're inviting everybody. The parents. Both sides of parents come up. The bridal party, the sisters, the brothers, they all come up and they're like, "All right, let's sing along." And so everybody sang a cappella this Irish song, which
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh,
I have no idea.
I'm sitting here waiting on the song.
Me too.
Oh,
I was
know.
like,
no,
do
but the
we
fact that
have
they
the song?
they all just sang along.
Right. But they knew it?
Yeah, because I guess they've been
weird.
doing that at the other 5 weddings.
That's-
And then so now it's 8:30, which now it's time to cut the cake, and the bride and groom haven't even eaten yet. The vendor team hasn't eaten yet, so we run like after speeches. We run to our little area. Thankfully, they had dinner for us. We
Thank
ate.
you, Don Cesar.
Yeah, love the Don. Love the Don. They're awesome.
Don.
Not that Don, just the Don Cesar.
Don Cesar, yeah. But an hour and a half long speeches.
That's okay, couples. Y'all hear us. Don't do that to
No.
your people. Just don't.
Yeah,
Because
that's wild.
and I talked about this. I had one of my couples come by the venue this weekend and we talked about timeline and framing and, what time and things to go by. And a question that the groom asked me, which I've never been asked before, he's like, in your 20-year experience, what are some things that you say that you cannot forget about and things that you like, you don't need to do that. Like things that you definitely would regret if you didn't do. I go, you will regret not getting 10 to 15 minutes of alone time at some point.
Okay.
And I thought that was a great question, but also make sure you allow for that in your timeline. I'm not saying 30 minutes. They were like, well, maybe we should spend 30 minutes. I'm like, no, like 10, maybe 15 at the
'cause
most.
everything goes so
Don't
quick.
go 30 minutes because, people are waiting at that point. Now, cocktail hour's an hour and a half. They're hungry. Like, don't do that. But I think following a timeline is very important, and hour and a half speeches are not.
Well,
not
I don't
the
think
thing.
we were not prepared.
And most of those probably could have been done at rehearsal dinner.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of those could have been next.
I
And you
think they
could have
even
said-
had other speeches at rehearsal.
Probably.
But I don't think the
Wow.
planner realized, or the planner had no idea that it was going to be that long. It was
That's crazy. Y'all taking up good dance time.
Yeah, I know.
well,
I'm
right.
like-
So we didn't start dancing, I want to say, until like 9:30. So we had an hour and a half. So we ended at actually. No, I would say 9 o'clock is when we started dancing. No,
Okay.
it had to be like 9:15, 9:30.
So
and
you-
So you only got an hour and a half. set.
Really, not even an hour and a half, because we ended at 10:40 because they had a last dance, then a last dance alone, and then a sparkler send off.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And so I mean, typically I would end at like 10:50, but on the timeline they said 10:40, get everybody out. So and they gave me probably I would say like hour and a half to 2 hours of requests, must play requests. So I was quick mixing like crazy. I was going
Like-
next.
That, like when we went out to St. Pete a couple weekends.
Oh,
ago,
yeah.
And the guy must have played 400 songs in his
Oh,
set that
I'm
night
sure.
because he was quick
it
mixing
was
so fast.
verse, chorus out.
Oh,
Verse,
that's me.
chorus
That's
out.
me.
Yeah,
That's me.
yeah,
Verse, chorus
yeah.
out of there.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but like he was like
Oh
there were
my
some
gosh.
songs like there are some songs that
you
you
gotta
need to
go.
you gotta
Yeah,
play
yeah,
the
you
whole
gotta
thing
go.
because
Yeah.
or
I'll be mad.
make sure that
saying.
you play the best verse and chorus then out.
Yep.
Yes.
But yeah, I was just like in and out, in and out, in and out,
Next song,
and
next song.
which was great in a sense because like everybody was on the dance floor the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
We even were able to get the couple to crowd surf,
Yeah.
like we just talked
That's
about.
crazy.
But I mean, the party
that's
itself,
torture.
the party itself was awesome. Hour and a half long speeches, not great.
Yo, I don't think I've ever seen that though.
No, well,
Like-
and in Michigan, not speeches, but I actually went to a wedding. I was a guest in Michigan, and they did first dance. They did father daughter, mother son.
Yeah.
Then they did other dances. They did like bridal party dances. They did aunt and uncle,
wow.
grandmother, grandfather.
That's what we do in the Spanish culture.
They literally
At a quince.
now the formal dances and they were doing like whole songs.
Oh no.
The formal dances
No.
literally were like an hour and a half long
Wow.
for the formal dances.
Oh.
They had 200 guests. By the time dancing start, like the actual party, they were down to like 60.
And so
Oh, yeah,
in
of
this
course,
case
yeah.
in point, like couples, you are planning your wedding for yourself, but at the same time, don't do that to your guests.
I've never
'Cause you
seen
done spent
I've never
all that
seen so
money.
many formal dances before. I don't know if you have or if that's like a
Only
Michigan
at a
thing.
quince.
many. No, yeah, not that many. Not at all. Not that many. Yeah.
That's
but-
torture. So when's your next wedding?
Question.
He's like September. Thank God.
Well, let's see. I DJ at Molly's this Friday.
Oh.
Where so I know you also DJ like bars and
Yeah.
So where do you DJ around town?
So typically on the weekends, I'm either at Beach Club or Daiquiri Deck. So I alternate between them.
Beach Club Daiquiri. Okay.
Yeah, which are both.
You're
on
still
the
at
key.
Daiquiri Deck?
Yeah. Still.
Really?
Yep. So I
Is it a
alternate-
new manager over there or no?
since you
Yeah.
maybe 8 new managers.
Okay, I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
yeah, maybe 8.
He
yeah,
said not
I,
one,
couldn't, I couldn't
8.
even tell you who it is at this
Okay.
point. Yeah,
He's like,
it's-
So
I
you're
just show
dealing
up.
with a new person every time.
yeah.
He's
This last person, she's been there for a good amount of time. But
Okay.
after like back, it's probably 8. Probably 8.
That is
I'm
crazy.
exaggerating 8, maybe 5.
But still,
but
8
it
sounds
feels like
8 sounds good.
I mean,
Yeah, 8
that's a good
sounds
number.
better.
It makes it a little bit more dramatic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm either there or Beach Club.
Beach
so,
Club,
yeah.
and sometimes you're at Gator Club.
Yeah, or sometimes just haven't been over to that side in so long.
To downtown?
Yeah, the night I saw you down there, I just
yeah.
happened to go to Patrick's.
Yeah, you were DJing at
yeah, I went
Patrick's.
to just because the guy was like, "Can you do it?" Because they hadn't did a DJ night since last year. And I
Yeah.
was like, you know what, I'll do it.
Because they remodeled, didn't they? or
Yeah, so
something?
they did a remodel and they reopened, and they've been reopened for maybe 5 or 6 months, and
Okay.
they hadn't did a DJ night, and he asked me would I do it, and it was quick.
Good marketing.
Yeah, it's quick and it's easy,
Yeah.
super easy.
That's awesome. So I have fun questions. What's your favorite music genre?
Ooh.
Oh, so favorite.
Coming from almost an 80s baby. aren't
Yeah,
you?
so favorite by far is hip hop. Secret favorite, and it's not because it's popular now, but country.
Really?
Secret
I was gonna
favorite,
say.
yeah, secret. Not even because
Like
it's
what-
popular now.
okay, but-
well, not
I
like the
grew up
old
on country, so-
bluegrass.
No,
killing
but
my,
are you?
like Garth Brooks, Alan
Yeah,
Jackson.
not that. Yeah, no.
Okay,
no.
so you-
give me no. I got into country like 2014, 15.
Okay.
So
Not classic
so
good
Luke
stuff
Bryan,
then.
Sam Hunt,
No,
that
nah.
country. Yeah,
I'm-
yeah.
like the
I'm
hip
old
hop
school
country.
the hip hop
Or the
country.
I'm sorry, pop country.
The pop country. Yeah,
I'm old
absolutely.
school country.
Because I mean, it's cool to mix
Oh.
pop like country with hip hop.
But
Yeah.
can we go back to a little bit of the classic country when we're mixing?
Well,
like,
when
can
you
we
say
pull
classic-
out some Alan Jackson,
All
some
right, so,
Reba,
yeah.
some Garth Brooks, like Brooks and Dunn?
How about
Can
that
we
Neon
mix
Moon
some of that?
mix? That Neon Moon. Have you've
Please.
seen that Neon Moon mix? That there's like a DJ.
No.
They were like
so
on.
good.
He was like at a pool or like a
Yes.
cruise or something. This black guy, DJ.
Oh.
He put on Neon Moon, but he puts this. I don't know what kind of
I-
like hip hop track behind it.
Okay, it was
and
fire?
just like killing it, and like,
Yeah.
oh god.
Yeah, we gonna need to have y'all bring some of that back.
Yeah,
Can
and
we do some
know-
classic country?
You know what?
mixes?
You can't like you can try. I always say you can try anything. You just have to have a popular track lined up just in case it's not hitting. I give you 20, 30 seconds, and you ain't doing people not doing nothing.
But
They're looking around. Oh, quick mix. You
Yep.
ain't even getting this
Out.
out of here.
But I think that comes in handy when you're not like when you're in the shop, right? When you're mixing and trying to figure out different flavors. And then I don't think it should be like a Coldplay where you're like, oh, let me just mix these two hot on the spot. I think these are like old classic country mixing with Bix. Like you've got to chop it up in the shop first,
I
get
see
it
what
all
you're saying.
together,
Yeah.
and then debut it. You can't just be like,
Well, sometimes.
I mean, you know me, I'm a wordplay girl, so I'm like,
you gotta practice for sure.
But I think there's
There are
something
times-
that can be done with some classic country.
Yeah, there have been times where I'd play a song or like a country song or something, and then like, all right, you know, this is the same BPM, same
Yeah.
what's the word?
Cadence.
Key.
Key. Thank you.
Yeah.
Same key. I was like, let's just go ahead, and then like obviously I've got the earphones in and I'm listening ahead of time, which you don't use headphones, do
I
you?
do not.
Yeah, that's-
I do not.
Well, if you
So-
noticed in St. Pete, that guy, the DJ there, didn't use headphones either. He was just mixing without.
Yeah, I do not.
So tell me the difference between you using headphones. Is it so that you can hear
So
how
I
it
can
sounds
hear-
ahead of time
Yep.
and how it's flowing?
Yep.
And why don't you?
Two reasons. And it's not that I don't want to. I just don't have to.
Yeah, he's just that good.
Yeah. Well, not even that.
He
It's,
is.
well, the first reason
Well, okay
is
then.
the first reason is I know my library like no other. Like no other. I don't even put my music in crates. I can automatically think of what I'm gonna play
And then
and go to it. So that's one reason, because I just know my library. And that just comes from DJing. Like when DJing for Orange Theory, you got to think about it. Opposed to another DJ. Let's just say you DJ Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. With Orange Theory, I was DJing Monday through Sunday. It was every day because it's fitness classes. It's not. I don't have
and
to
of
wait.
course,
Not just
and you want to
weekends.
play something different because you don't want to play the same thing every time.
Yeah.
Although it'd be different to
and the
everybody
people coming
else.
to class don't want to also because they may be coming multiple times. In
Well,
that
but he teaches he DJs a different class or a different location.
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh.
that makes me learn my library so
Yeah.
much because I'm seeing it every day, all day, every day, all day. So that, and then the other reason is I'm from a producer's background, so
Yeah.
I can look at waveforms.
Yeah.
I can look at it and see where the beat drops, where it's just vocals here. I can look at
So
it.
it's more than it's more than just
Speaking
listening.
my language.
Yeah, you've got the waveforms. You can see like visuals on screen.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
also helps a
so-
lot too.
And it's funny. We was
Okay.
doing March Madness, and I'm up in a booth in March Madness. I'm not like in my mind. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be down in the crowd.
Right,
no,
on your own little
You're up in
platform.
a booth. No one knows you're up there. But being up there, everything's delayed because the speakers are out there. So when I hit something, it's super delayed there. Couldn't have a monitor up there either. Couldn't have a monitor up there. Because everyone has in-ears and they're talking to the house all through the building. So you can't have a monitor because you're gonna destroy
Yeah.
their ears.
Did
They
you have headphones?
Yeah, but
Was that
Still
delayed too?
delayed.
no, I couldn't do. I literally had to DJ looking at waveforms.
So you were basically DJing with
Thank
with
God
no
you know
sound.
how.
no sound, literally no sound. And I talked to the host. I was like, text me to let me know if I'm ever off. He was like, nope, you were good. But that was the one time that all my training finally actually mattered.
You're like, all my senses are in gear at the
I'm
same
like, yo,
time.
I gotta look at this.
But you
and-
don't you DJ on field at U of M?
Yeah, so that's completely different because you are on field, so you're down where you can hear the speakers. I'm up above them at March Madness.
Right,
so
but
you-
even if you're down below, like it's still going to be delayed than what you're seeing on screen. Right?
yeah, it'll be
But at least
delayed,
the
but I have
speakers
a
are
monitor.
close to you.
But I have a monitor.
Oh, you do
there.
have the
You have
monitor
a booth.
with.
Yeah, you have a
okay,
monitor.
that's
So
good.
because I'm the only person who needs an in-ear.
Right.
there.
Yeah.
In the booth, all the technicians.
I have so many
the lighting
questions on
guy.
how they plug into the entire sound system. That's above my pay grade.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even
you
know.
what?
I just
don't
show up
know.
and play.
I show up. I
Yep.
hand them the cord, and they do
Yep,
the
they
rest.
do. They do their
Plug
magic.
me in. That is awesome. So, what would be I know you've got all this, things that you've done and you've checked off the list and
Right.
all the things. What is something that you haven't done that you're like, that is my Mount Everest?
So I would say, that's actually a really good question.
You're gonna make him think.
Mount Everest.
I
So
always have
don't
really good
know.
questions.
So I don't know. I don't know what's next. Everything that I said I was going to do, that's happening in real time that I wanted to do. Like, of course, like if I do an NBA game or NFL game, like that's fine. That's not really on my checklist. I would definitely say a festival. Like, I would like to do a festival, like the crazy kind, where all the kids on drugs and they've been up for 8 days, like that.
It's called EDM. That's a rave.
Yeah, so
I don't know. Can you pull out some EDM rave stuff?
Heck
like,
yeah.
I got this.
No, I want to do like one of those stupid festivals where
like
they
Bonnaroo or something like that.
Yeah.
Would you join in on the fun?
I would definitely crowd surf.
Okay.
I
He's
would
like,
definitely
but I
crowd
need to be
surf.
sober to play the
Yeah,
music.
that's true. Yeah.
No. I would drink. I would have a
just
good
no
time.
drugs.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be in there like coked up, like, oh, let's go. No, I ain't about to do all of that.
I'd be interested to see how that, like, how you, Mr. Hype Man, taking
watch
up to.
the waveforms while you're all.
He'd be quick mixing
I'll
first.
just become the waveform.
Yeah.
I am a
He's like,
waveform.
oh, ecstasy, all the things.
Screw the verse and
Look at all
chorus.
the colors.
Yeah.
It would just be like a few words out, a few words out. Next song. You hear the beat,
He's
then
on
it's gone.
LSD and all the
I
colors
want-
are like, now he's like,
And I
I'm
never-
a waveform.
So I've never been to a festival either. So I want to go to one. Like, I want to be a bystander in one, and then I actually want to DJ one.
I
as
feel like
well.
that's just a
Okay.
whole different style DJ.
No disrespect to those DJs. No, I don't even want to say this, but I'm gonna say
Do it.
I think
Safe space.
it's easier per se because you can play songs a lot longer.
Oh yeah.
It's more about, like you say, you're a wordplay girl. A lot of that music isn't really about the words.
there's no lyrics,
There's
really.
some-
Yeah.
I mean, there's tons of songs with the lyrics, but a lot of it's just feeling the
Vibe.
vibe.
Just feeling it.
It's, feeling, it's
Yeah,
like house.
it's a feel. Yeah.
it's a
Well,
feel.
and that's
I
the
love
thing.
some
Whenever
good
I hear
house
house music
EDM.
or that sort of thing, it's like they're playing. It's just
yeah. So
Well,
forward
I
to the
tried to
floor.
get you to play both Jane and Jane the other at Molly's, and I was like, dude, it would fit with this song.
But so you hear that never-ending beat, and then it's like, oh, they transition to a new song, which in my I don't hear. It sounds the same to me.
Yeah,
And then you see
yeah.
somebody else like, oh my god, I love this song. I'm like,
That's
it's
me.
the same.
thing.
It's the
It's the
same
same
thing. Like,
thing.
no,
But
no,
it's
it's
not.
changed.
No, it's
like,
not.
what's changed?
It's different.
Yeah,
I'm that
yeah.
person's like, oh man, I love this song. Like, throw on some EDM, and I'm like, oh, this one.
Well, there's difference between EDM and house. I mean, there's
Absolutely.
there's
yeah,
some similarities.
I don't like the unts.
There's
I'm
like
good.
dance music, which is like John Summit is
Yeah.
is EDM. Lost Frequencies. I've really been loving. Lost Frequencies.
Yeah.
John Summit. Like those
Okay.
guys.
Yeah.
Are like they're kind of newer, right?
Yeah.
I've been liking that music lately, but house music,
So I'm from
Yeah.
Detroit, and house music, that's what Detroit was known for back in the day, techno
Really?
and house. Yeah, so they used to have this festival. We still have it. It's called Movement, but it used to be called Techno Fest back in the day.
Techno Fest.
Yeah, so all of those techno and house artists all would come to Detroit during the
Sandstorm.
summer. Yeah, literally.
Love Sandstorm.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I played that the other day, too. Yeah.
And how'd it go?
It actually went great. Like,
Really?
I played it at Beach Club, actually.
What was the other? What's
Oh.
the other one? The Zombie Nation.
Oh yeah. That's actually a huge
That's a good-
sports
yeah,
song
that's
a
too.
good
huge one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I just love all music.
Yeah.
So just a festival, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I think.
What about opening for so I went to New Kids on the Block concert on Friday,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and I absolutely lost my brain like I was
You
12.
lost.
I did.
Yeah.
But opening was DJ Jazzy Jeff,
Okay.
Oh my God!
Oh, I
yeah.
love Jazzy
Right?
I
Jeff.
saw him in
Love Jazzy
Philly.
Jeff.
right?
Love
During the
Jazzy
World
Jeff.
Series.
Killed it. And then it was Paula Abdul, who I did not know was 5'0", fun
Oh,
size.
yeah.
She's like this
Paula
big.
Abdul was there?
She's,
Yeah.
yeah.
For what?
She opened for NKTV.
She opened for-
yes.
Still going.
Yes. It was quite an awkward
That's-
I don't know. It was weird, but she did 3 or 4 songs. I don't think she sang all of them. I know she didn't. But at one point they brought Oxygen out as a joke, after
Oh
her
my
first
gosh, that's
opening.
funny. Yeah,
They
like,
brought
wow.
her, and she was like, "Y'all think this is a joke?"
I
And
need
I'm like,
my oxygen.
She is not lying. I think she
Yeah.
actually hit some oxygen right there. But it was just funny because then DJ Jazzy Jeff came out during New Kids on the Block.
Okay.
And then all of the solo artists from NKOTB did all their solo songs
So
too.
you
And then
was like in
Jazzy
heaven
Jeff came
right
out.
now.
Oh
You
my
didn't-
God.
yeah,
I was like,
did you need a fan?
oh,
You want me
at
to
one
go
point
and
I
roll
was
with
like,
you and fan you? You just sitting there
like
losing it.
my girlfriends are like, are you all right?
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
like,
no.
it was like,
space.
I don't know how 50 something, like 54 to 56, 57-year-old men get that cut crease or those abs. I don't know how that
It's called
maintains.
Ozempic.
No, that was some hard work on Donnie and Danny. I don't care what nobody says. But
Dr.
oh boy, they showed out.
And
But
where was this? This was Tampa? Like,
Florida
what?
and Florida
Oh,
Fairgrounds.
okay.
Yeah. And so what was crazy is that so back to that. So like DJ Jazzy Jeff, would you ever want to be like the DJ that opens up? Because there's always a DJ.
I
Like
would
there was one
love-
before Weekend when I saw him. So what about something like that? Who would you want to
Absolutely.
open
So I
for?
have opened for like rap artists back in the day when I was like really into that. If I could like open for an act, it would probably be another DJ. So like you said, DJ Jazzy Jeff, I would love to open for someone like Jazzy
Yeah, he had
Jeff
like
or-
a hype man MC who did some rapping along with some freestyling.
Oh, really?
While DJ Jazzy Jeff freestyled, he rapped to it like just like a free rap.
like
And I was
Will Smith,
okay.
like believe it or not, like Will Smith is like one of my biggest heroes, if not biggest, right?
Yeah.
Like of course Jazzy Jeff is his DJ.
Yeah.
Like being able to do that, like somebody like nostalgic, like you said,
Yeah.
and like New Kids on the Block. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely somebody from back in the day. I would have said before all of this stuff, it would have been Diddy because I listen.
No
right.
Diddy.
Listen, I was the
Yeah.
biggest bad boy
I mean,
fan in the world.
Here's the problem,
So
though, is
now
that we
I'm like,
still love all the music. We just
Yeah.
Cancel
my-
culture.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing: they didn't know. So we can still love the music and what came from it because honestly, that era really shaped
yeah.
a lot of what
Yeah.
we have today.
I still play
We
R.
can't
Kelly.
deny that. I still listen to R. Kelly. I don't think,
You play R.
know.
Kelly right now? You play Ignition, Tim?
No,
Oh,
Okay.
I don't.
Drop Ignition or
But
remix.
I just never really
Yeah.
played it.
really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, and that's the thing. It's like that we can't deny like how that culture and how Bad Boy really shaped what we have today.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think opening for like would you like Nas or like what? who
Yeah,
we
so
talking?
anybody
Like
nostalgic.
Busta?
So Nas, Jay-Z is my favorite rap
Okay.
artist. I love the LA culture too. Like that's a
I was just
Detroit
gonna
thing.
ask him like, are you
Detroit-
East Coast or you West Coast?
So technically I would say East Coast, but
but
that's a Detroit thing. Like Detroit and the Bay Area. Like Detroit, for whatever reason, I'm the one person in Detroit that's not a fan of E40.
oh okay.
But Detroit,
I like
you
E40.
would think E40 was from Detroit if you went. It's something with the culture in
Yeah.
LA that resonates with Detroit, and it's been like this weird marriage my entire life. But
Yeah, definitely.
love the Bay Area, love LA. So any of the artists that came from LA,
So Pac or Biggie?
if I'm picking one, Biggie.
Okay.
I'm picking Biggie.
Lyrically, is that why?
Lyrically, Biggie, Pac songs were more. Pac, he made better songs, like better
Yeah.
songs. Like I could play
yeah.
Tupac and my mom can sit there.
Yeah,
I'm not
cool.
playing Biggie and my mama's sitting there.
Nah, but we
Yeah.
know all the words.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. Ice Cube or Ice T?
Oh, Ice Cube, first album I ever bought, Death Certificate.
I mean-
Ice Cube.
You gotta always compare the ice.
Yeah,
That's fair.
It's always- yeah.
How long have you been DJing?
I started DJing.
Since he was 5,
So-
it sounds
no,
like.
so I got a check for DJing in 2014. So let's say 10 years now.
Oh,
Really?
That's it?
Yeah.
When,
20
but when did you like start like just messing around
It's
with
like
it?
freebie.
No, started messing around probably 2012
Okay.
because I always been into producing. Like that was the before
making
producing,
beats
like
behind
making
the-
beats,
okay.
recording, writing. Like that was me before DJing.
Okay.
That's how I got into MCing. Just
Yep.
that's how I knew how to do it. So DJing just comes from when you're a producer, when you're in that world. It's like, oh, let me learn this.
And you've actually you've produced some songs for Orange
Yeah,
Theory
heck yeah, heck
and like
yeah.
So you
music
have some
videos.
original
Heck yeah.
music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
heck
dude,
yeah,
this
heck
dude.
yeah.
So are you like the poetry lyricist kind, or are you more on the rap side? Like which?
I'm more on the rap side, but either or. Like just like songwriting that just came with growing up. That just comes with the
I think
territory.
that comes with our ages too. Like our era grew up like writing poetry and doing those types of like because we were inspired by so much of that. Like I still write poetry today. If there were some poetry jams, I would definitely go. But I wrote poetry like high school, college, did poetry slams, that kind of thing. I think it's just something that comes from that genre, and it also stems from music, like lyrics from Biggie. Like we saw the wordplay that he had, and I think again, I'm a wordplay person, but I think that really, I don't think today's kids are writing poetry.
Well,
not in the sort of like,
not
some
like,
indie artists. Indie
Right.
artists, you know, they're always going to have that poetic side to them, but I don't think anybody's really writing it the way that it was written in the day.
Yeah, I agree. Or we don't we don't know about it. Like it still happens.
I don't
right?
think we
It
put as
still
much
happens.
value. Like a new rap song comes out, right? We don't put as much value into what the words are saying. I don't think as much. I mean, Kendrick Lamar, he did some mad wordplay.
Yeah,
But also, Eminem just came out with a new song talking about Megan Thee Stallion, talking about feet, and it was like, okay, not the feet on your body. It was a FEAT, like a feature, like. So it was just and everybody went crazy thinking he was talking about her physical feet. But when you look at the actual lyrics, which we used to do back in the day,
So we
we'd
call
pull
them
out the
double
paper.
entendres,
Yes,
like,
and we would look and be like, oh, wait, that's what that meant. So I don't think we do that now to songs as much. We don't dissect them as much as we used to.
Not
I
at
don't
all.
think. Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. Because and number one, I mean, I feel like the biggest reason is because it comes so fast.
Yes,
Music is
it's
so
quick.
fast.
You don't have
So-
time to learn songs before there's another one.
It's true.
Yeah. So original music. We'll have to throw some up on our podcast page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned if I have any weddings coming up, which I do not actually, but we are in the middle of planning. So I've got an event. I actually have an event in Orlando in 2 weeks.
Yes. Let's talk about it.
And then in 3 weeks,
Whoop whoop. We're gonna experience some DJ Truth.
Oh, I cannot wait.
DJ
for this.
Truth is
Yo.
going to be
Yes.
DJing TLS Entertainment's 10-year anniversary party. I'm so fucking stoked.
I'm like,
When
as
you-
soon as you told me, I was like,
Yo,
damn.
when you 90s and 2000s,
Yes.
it's
Woo!
about to be a man.
I-
but here's the thing, he has his own version of 90s and 2000s.
I do. I have like I like pop
His
90s.
is not as
Yeah.
as depth, like it's different. So
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
So
looking
like,
forward to like an overall depth. Of,
and I do. So just so you know, I just created kind of like a 45-minute, 50-minute mix.
Okay.
For like as guests come in.
Okay.
That way you can kind of enjoy cocktail hour,
Okay, perfect.
get some food, drink, do it, kind of, and then I'll probably like
is
have,
that 90s 2002?
oh yeah,
Is that the
Oh, yeah.
mixtape that I'm putting?
You got a
no.
mixtape?
Okay.
so
So I don't want to give away all the secrets, but people will get to leave with something.
Okay.
well there's gonna be
There's
like
going to be like a little favor, if you will, and it's going to have an original mixtape of Tim's that they can.
yeah so
You know how back in the day you used to burn
you made your
CDs?
mix- hell
so we're
yeah.
gonna get like CDs and we're gonna write TLS Entertainment's 10-year anniversary, but on there
In
we're
black
also gonna
marker,
in black marker, yeah. But I think we're going to put on there like a QR code,
a sticky
Okay.
QR code, yeah.
so they can download.
So they don't have
Yes.
to have a CD player.
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
because
But you'll get a CD and then you just throw it away. if you want.
Like,
But
all right.
Yeah.
but yeah, so it'll be like a 90s 2000s mix that I'll make for
Okay.
like later. But I did create like a 45-minute just kind of like as guests are coming in.
Yeah.
That way, and then
You
I'll
get
probably
to have a few drinks and mingle.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is
and then speaking of which, I have a question. What controller are you going to use or do you use?
I'm probably going to use.
This is DJ talk. I don't know.
I know, right?
Well, this is going to determine, like, basically I'm going to have everything set up
Okay.
for you. You'll just need to plug in. I have my new custom TLS Entertainment table, DJ table. I have a custom top or lid for it, but I can just take that off and you can just place your
Oh, okay.
controller in. So I just want to get an idea of, if I already have the controller, then you don't need to bring it.
Oh,
But like, because you have like 10, don't
I
you?
got probably 20.
Okay.
Just got one the other day too.
What'd you get?
Stupid. I got a T7.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's like motorized.
Do you have a Rain 4?
I feel like a
I have a
third
Rain
wheel.
1.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
Rain 1. I think they're the same size too.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, I think they're the same size.
My new table is custom fit for a 1000, a DDJ 1000, and my Rain 4, which I just got, which I'm practicing on.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to debut my table. Because it's all like lit up. It's got the custom TLS Entertainment acrylic logo on it,
And it fits the 1000. I'll look at the dimensions.
Yeah, if it's but I don't have to put the top on.
Okay.
So you can just put it in, and it'll just it'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look at the dimensions, but yeah, whatever works, whatever.
And folks, that is DJ talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, just let me know which.
I'm like,
Okay.
I'm on
yeah,
a
let me know
third wheel.
which controller you're looking at using.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I mean, just set up. But I'm so stoked. I'm so excited.
I want to know, like, if you've got like some secret things planned, but also I don't want him to know. Like,
Secret thing. I mean,
I actually do. I actually do.
see?
Yeah, I
See?
actually do.
I
I
knew it.
actually do. Yeah.
so, and I'll
I
send
actually
you.
need to get with all your DJs for
I
a hot
actually
moment
do.
for some things. So yeah.
What I will do. So my thought here. All right. So you
go.
know how I have a custom attire.
Yes.
I bought 2.
Yes. Do you think
Should I? I mean, I bought 2 sizes,
You
a
got
medium
2?
and a large.
you bought the same colors?
Same exact thing. Just I bought a medium and a large
Okay.
Because you didn't know which one would.
because I didn't know which one would fit with better.
Okay.
So the medium fits me.
Okay.
I don't know.
What is it? Like,
It's just a custom. It's like a.
It's a picture. He's gonna have to show you
yeah.
later.
Show me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I
So-
think honestly, I think
or
you
should it
should
just
be
be
in your
me?
own.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
do
you
your
should
thing.
be
Do
the
your
only
thing.
one in
So then
that.
feel free to dress however you like for.
Big chains.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going 2000s. I'm going
Going
so
to- okay.
2000s.
I've been scoping out my outfit too.
I'm going so 2000s.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, I don't know. You know what? We'll see. I might do 90s though.
Okay.
Little Adidas tracksuit.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'll
80s. That would be 80s.
Oh yeah, that's
Well-
easy. Shell top Adidas.
Well, I mean,
is
Yeah.
80s.
I mean, tracksuits were
Back
kind
in
of
the-
a thing
well,
in the 90s
I mean,
too.
Yeah, 90s. I wore the pants that swished when you walked.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like track
Those-
pants.
yeah.
Gosh, I still have my tracksuits from when I was at FAM.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
huge on me.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
they're just baggy. That's just the thing. Like back in the 2000s, like everything just was big and baggy for the guys.
I was in the stores
might-
this weekend and saw a lot of 90s.
I actually might just
pants.
give it to my mom because she's gonna be there. And I
Oh,
was like,
cool.
Mom, put this on. Put on my FAMU gear.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely it's going to be easy to find attire. I saw, the like the swishy pants
Mm-hmm.
that used to tie at the bottom or whatever else, and the big pockets on the sides, the parachute pants almost.
The
But they're not as baggy in the center. They got a ton of them at Target. Like they are everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, it's they're trying to steal our style. It's okay.
Mm.
They can duplicate but never actually make it the way we did.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, August
Yeah.
9th. It's a Friday.
So where can people catch you moving forward? Like, because you're a jet setter. So if they want to experience you online or just tune into what you've got going on in person,
Okay.
digitally, what's that look like?
Yeah. So my schedule always changes. It's always every weekend I'm gone. Every weekend I'm working. My schedule always changes. Best way is always social media, Instagram. I always post where I'm gonna be,
Okay.
what I'm doing. Doesn't matter the venue. Like I like all venues. Like I like huge stadiums, but I don't care. Like I like daiquiri deck. Like I
Yeah.
like all venues. To me, honestly, it is literally all the same. So it was a little harder for me to answer your question because to me, and not to sound like this cliche, and I just love DJing, but it don't.
It's just about the music.
It's just it's
Yeah.
just about having a good time. I've had
That's
the
true
best
passion,
times in my life at the worst places you would ever
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
You like this? Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
So
And that's how you know, like, it's a passion, right? Like, for me, wedding planning, it could be, I was talking to somebody the other day. I'm like, yeah, one of the smallest weddings I ever did was the bride and groom cut their cake on the hood of my car after they got
see,
married
that's
at the
fire
beach.
to me.
Smallest
Like,
weddings?
I love
Yeah.
that. I
You-
love that.
That
It was
was
2 people.
I thought that was your 300
No,
person
like
wedding.
that wasn't my very first wedding. Was 300 people and I was by myself. My very first one I
yeah.
executed, but my smallest was literally bride and groom. Like I went and picked her up from the hotel, or picked him up from the hotel, dropped him off at the beach. Went and picked her up, dropped her off, and then took them back to their hotel after they cut cake on the top of my car. And I remember that to this day
And you
because
loved it.
I
Yeah.
picked up the little cake. It was tiny, and I put the arch. Like I remember those smaller things, and I still had the best time. Like it was just so
Absolutely.
personable to me, and those were some of. So I think it's about the passion, and no matter how big or how small, it's the joy that you find in doing the little things that some people would find monotonous and minute and just, mentally taxing. For me, I'm all for it. Like that's the passion I think that we all look for, and even our industry friends, and that's what our clients should be looking for as well. So I appreciate that you're like, give me a hole in a wall and some
Yeah, you give
like,
me,
yeah.
you
like
give me a
10 people
microphone and 10 people, I'm good to
two turntables
go.
and a microphone.
Right.
So where can people find you on the socials?
Everything is under Down with DJ Truth. So almost like you're saying, yo, I'm down with that guy. I'm down with DJ Truth. So anything you look up as far as on social media, it's Down with DJ Truth. Yeah, man.
Instagram.
Instagram, TikTok. What do all the kids do? What else we got?
X, oh no,
Snapchat,
Snap.
Twitter,
Facebook?
All the things.
Facebook,
Oh, that's
Facebook
boomers,
as well.
But I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Facebook.
Boomers.
YouTube.
YouTube, yep, YouTube. All of it's Down with DJ Truth. Been the same, yeah.
So I have another question.
Got to answer.
How did you get DJ Truth?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Drum roll. So that actually came from playing basketball back in the day. So back in my day.
I'm older than you, so you really can't say
in
that.
my day. So long story short, I was playing basketball in high school, and the school I played for was a smaller school, a Class D. In Michigan, we have classes, A, B, C, D. D is a smaller school. So Class D schools should never beat a Class A school. It's like a lower
Very
tier
true.
shouldn't
I'm from
beat a
Ohio, so I
so
get
you
it.
get it.
I
So
get
yeah,
it.
so basically we beat a powerhouse school, and I had a
Nice.
really good game. And the next day in the paper, the sports writer, who's actually a really good friend of mine to this day, he wrote, Ronnie Powell, that's my real name, Ronnie Powell was the truth last night.
Ooh.
And when I walked back in school, I didn't know, but when I walked back in school, my teacher, as soon as we walked in class, he was like, "What's up, the truth?" And everybody he kept saying that, and they kept calling me the truth, and I got rid of the later in life. So I just
Nice.
adopted it. So from there, people just kept
that?
calling me truth. And I
What
was
got you into DJing?
like,
I know we're
I
packing
know,
up, but now I just
we're
have some.
like,
No, so-
we're really enjoying
So
our time.
hosting. So it's funny. So if you ever watched the movie 8 Mile, we all know Eminem, right? You know where Eminem was performing at in battle rapping?
Yeah.
That's in Detroit. That's a place called
Yep.
St. Andrews Hall. That's that where he was downstairs in the basement called the
basement.
Shelter. That's where I started hosting at. My friend who was a DJ, his name is Jules, he would be DJing, and he would just invite me to come hang out. And I would hang out. And then one day he said, yo, why don't you jump on the mic? And kind of like taught me how to host a crowd, and that literally, number one, it changed the dynamic of what we did on Friday nights there, because people would start to come. Truth and DJ Jules would be there, because you running around on a microphone, you hyping up people, you making them feel good. And then that was the time when, if you came to the club on Friday, it was the same crew every Friday, the same group. So you become personable, like you said, and that just grew and grew. And then finally, me already being a producer, one day Jules couldn't make it. He was double booked, and he hit me up and said,
This is a Lifetime movie.
he was double booked, and he said, yo, Truth, you think you can DJ for the first 2 hours for me, and then I'll be there later? I'm like,
What?
I guess I can.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice.
Sure.
Yeah.
I took a desktop computer. I didn't
Yep.
even own a laptop. Like tower
Oh, a desktop.
monitor. Flat screen monitors weren't out, bro. I had a monitor.
He had the cube.
Wow.
Took a desktop computer. Like, I didn't own a laptop, yo. Crazy.
Last tower.
Look, he kept his job. He kept his job because he didn't want the people to know he wasn't going to be
Yeah.
there.
Right.
They didn't know.
Yeah, you don't
you
tell
know?
him.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm shoveling this big computer in. But I didn't. Of course, I sucked. It was horrible.
yeah.
Of course. It was,
But they liked it.
They didn't like it. They just dealt with it till he was there. They didn't like it.
They're like, who's this
They're
guy?
like, what is
Somebody
happening?
come save us.
Yeah, I didn't know.
You're like
at
Cupid
least-
Shuffle, Wobble.
Those things
those,
Electric
didn't
I don't even think
exist.
those were out. Like Cupid Shuffle.
Wait, when was this?
That was 2010,
He didn't have a flat screen.
maybe.
Oh, that was out.
They were out.
Yeah.
He just
Okay,
was
well,
like,
then-
I ain't got paying for
yeah,
that.
yeah. No, I didn't know. I didn't have a laptop.
That was
with
definitely
music.
out.
Okay.
Just line dance after line dance.
Oh, God.
I didn't even play.
Probably
but I
not
didn't,
the crowd
that didn't
for
even
it.
process in my head to play like.
You
I
just
didn't
were
know.
trying to play what had that they were used to hearing,
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
from
I'm
the
just
nights you
playing
were there.
songs all the way through, beginning to end, fading out to the
Fading out
next
to the
song.
Yep.
fading
Hey, you gotta
out.
start somewhere.
But,
That is great.
but that's what I would technically say started me. From
Okay.
there, I was like, "Ooh, I should learn how to do this." And
Yep. That's.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's not like you woke up one day and you're like, I'm going to be a DJ. Oh,
no,
Yeah.
he just threw me in the fire.
Yep,
he
that's-
threw me in the fire.
I mean,
what
that's
happened to
how it
me.
works.
So
Yep. That's exactly
Awesome.
how it works. That's awesome. That's a really great story.
anything else?
I think I'm out of questions, actually.
Yeah. Anything else, Mr.
figure.
Mr. Truth?
I'm never out of questions.
I did have a question about
Ooh.
your
Oh,
wedding
he's got us
earlier.
questions.
Oh yes.
Your wedding with the hour-and-a-half speech. If that
Yes.
ever happened again, what would you do different?
I
And you just
there's
sit-
nothing that
There's
as a
nothing.
DJ, like there's nothing that we can do.
Okay.
But can the planner or you even say when you hand the microphone off, hey, we've got to keep it under 5 minutes?
But even like I mean I know there's been couples and brides and brides specifically are saying you've got 2 minutes exactly.
Yeah.
And I've been in that situation many times where the speakers know, like I've only they've even said, well, the bride's only giving me 2 minutes.
So here,
Here we
I mean,
go.
here's 10.
But sorry,
listening.
I'm not listening to you.
yeah. Yeah.
So they don't listen.
No.
And yeah, the
Because once
bride's
they
gonna,
have that microphone, they have
Yeah.
all the power.
I mean,
pretty
unless the
much,
bride's
unless you-
looking at me going like this, then maybe
Right,
I'll start
right.
playing like Jeopardy or something, or
Yeah.
some kind of
or
like
start fading their mic down.
Right.
right, like oh my god, I don't know what happened. Sorry.
Distorting their voice a little bit.
Yeah, right.
They start to
Like the
sound
mic
they're in
just
a
went out.
can.
I'm sorry.
Oopsie.
Next person.
Unplug.
Yeah, right.
it works for you.
Yeah. So there's really not much that as the DJ that we can do. Really, I mean, it's there's not much you can do. Even the planners, unless you want to look like a
Yeah.
complete like asshole. Or if you see like the couple like looking at you going like,
Do you-
hey, like how do you
Do
we get
you
this?
feel like you take the blame for that?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
No, I don't feel that way.
Okay.
Now, if a couple signals to me as the planner that like, hey, we need to cut these off,
Yeah.
Right.
then I would come to the DJ and be like, this is the last one. The rest ain't
Yeah.
happening.
Yep.
Like per the couple, this is the last speech. Everybody else that was in line,
Right.
So sad.
The
Sorry
only
about your
time
luck.
that I feel like it's people will look at me like I'm messing up is if I get a specific, like I've had this happen a few times, a specific playlist,
Oh yeah.
and you can only play from that list.
those are
No
the
other,
worst.
I've done that.
no
I've
other
had that
songs.
before,
So like
yeah.
people will come up and like, hey, can you play this? Hey, can you play that? Can you play something
Nope.
we can dance to?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I would love to, but
Yeah.
I am the bride
this
I
list.
have very specifics from the
instructions
couple.
to
Yeah.
play this list and this list only, and I can only play from here.
So go talk to you.
So if you,
Yeah, there you go. Holla at the
and you
bride.
can
Yeah,
come
the
back to me
room.
and say, okay, the bride said, okay, no, you have to grab her and bring her over to me.
Yeah, bring one of the partners over. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's the only time I feel like shit. Like I look like the asshole. I
course, of
look
course.
like the bad guy here, but my hands are tied because
And a lot of people that attend weddings don't get that.
no.
I would never. I mean, I would have parameters if I ever got married again. So I'd be like, okay, we're gonna stay within here.
This is it.
Here's the don't play. No Cupid shuffle.
No Cupid
no
shuffle?
wobble.
No,
No,
none of
I
that.
mean-
And by the way, none of that.
None
And
of
I know
that.
you won't play it.
None of that.
But none of that at the anniversary
yeah.
party. I will have. I'm gonna send you
We're
kind
not
of
even
like
gonna
a.
do a line dance to commemorate how you got started, like a
Fuck that,
country
no.
line.
No,
not
I
gonna
will
teach
have.
it?
I will have my I guess you my my original TLS logo.
Yeah.
I had it blown up
you seen it?
years ago.
No.
It's very country, very
Was it?
country.
It's like
Is it like a
wood.
cowboy hat?
No,
It-
so-
it's wood.
It's
like
a-
wood.
It is. It's
It's-
a wood diamond shape for.
But-
it's a baseball diamond.
It was a baseball diamond because of baseball.
Right.
I wonder if I have it
Straight wood,
in
though.
here.
It's like, it's probably on Google.
It's
Hold up.
wood.
It's all wood.
Yeah, I had to do a whole rebrand because I had a bride ask me. She was like, "Hey, so do you only do country themed events and weddings?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, okay, I wasn't sure because I was, I saw your logo
logo
and like
and
your
it's made of
brand is
wood."
very, very country.
Yeah.
And it says like DJ line dancing.
Oh,
It said
yeah.
TLS Entertainment, DJ and line dancing. And I was like, I need to change that.
Yeah.
And that's what actually prompted me to do a complete rebrand.
Shout out
You
to
know,
that
I'm
bride.
gonna say your rebrand is epic because
Shout
I
out to
can't
that
even
bride.
find anything on Google
He
that's
got
an
rid of it.
old
He got
logo.
rid of it.
Well,
Like, how
I
did
probably
you
rebranded.
do that?
It was like 2 years in.
Okay. Oh, so not even.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
it was 8 years ago.
But still,
Yeah.
Google,
Yeah, Google will show you something.
they be
from 80
holding
years
on to
ago.
some things.
I mean, there's still photos of me at line dancing away. So, anyway, but yeah, you guys will see that. But yeah, that's going to do it for us.
Good.
DJ Truth, Ronnie, thank you so much for
Thanks for having me, bro.
for joining us today on kind of short notice. I
It's all
appreciate you
good.
coming out because I
Yeah,
know
man.
you're traveling all over the place.
It's all good.
Thanks for going with the flow because we'd be asking people and they'd be like, "So can you send us a list of questions?"
Like we don't know what the hell we're going
We
to talk
don't do
about.
questions.
Are you-
This
I
is the
literally
flow.
said that earlier when before you walked in.
Yeah.
I was talking to these people, whoever I'm talking to that don't even exist. I was like, I'm glad he didn't tell me what he was going to talk about. Let's
Yeah.
just go.
Yeah,
It's
let's
off
just-
the
let's
cuff.
just go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
just
just
go.
kind of, and people really actually appreciate that when I talk to them
Yeah.
about our podcast. They're like, we like that. It's just a conversation. It's just us
Yeah.
hanging out and shooting the shit.
Are you
So,
anywhere
yeah.
this week?
I am Jacksonville, Orange Theory this weekend. Oh, no. Yeah, Orange Theory Friday in Jacksonville and Saturday morning, but I'll be back here Saturday night at Daiquiri Deck.
Okay, Daiquiri Deck on
Siesta Village,
the
yeah.
Village.
Village, it's crazy, man. It is crazy.
Is it busy out there?
Now, during this time?
Oh, I guess all the
Yeah, you get all the people flying in. You get all the
You
vacationers.
get all the Northerners.
Yep.
well,
they-
because I'm at Molly's on Friday. Like the last Friday I DJ'd,
Mm-hmm.
it was dead.
But
Was
it got busier.
So the night
I
that
mean,
you
it was
came
hype.
out, the night that you came out was insane.
Yeah,
That
there
was-
a Philly
that was-
group there.
Oh yeah, it was-
Okay.
yeah.
Bachelorette party, yeah.
Yep,
he was
so it
loving
was-
yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then the following week, when I was DJ, like people they didn't start rolling until 11:30.
But then
I
when
think
we
I saw
were-
you that
Yeah,
night.
that was the night. Yeah,
When we
yeah.
went to dinner a couple Fridays ago for sushi, we walked past,
It was
and there was
dead.
like
It was dead.
bartenders only
Yeah, it was dead.
in there
Yeah.
at like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah. So
It's
I don't know
crazy.
what this Friday's gonna bring.
So it's crazy that you guys are busy. I mean, it's
Well-
because it's siesta.
Yeah,
It's
well,
yes,
'cause you
everybody's
get the
staying
people
out there.
coming from the beach. Like they
Yeah.
go watch the sunset, and at that point they want to go back to their Airbnb and then
Yeah.
come back
It's
out
different
to
downtown
drink or
Sarasota.
eat.
What time do you
Yeah.
start on Saturday?
I start at technically I start at 9, but I normally start at 8.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, so I start earlier.
True.
Yeah, try to keep the people there. It's just funny you watching people just eating dinner. Next thing you know, you're hearing booty, 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 booty rocking everywhere. I'm like, what? Like, take them kids home. Get them kids up out of here. They know what time it is.
That is so
That's
true.
so crazy.
Oh my god. That is
That's
too
one way
funny.
to clear a restaurant
Yeah.
out
Oh
of
my
all the people.
gosh.
Like, time to go.
Yeah.
No, actually, the younger ones would be
stay.
like,
No,
"Ooh,
like
I'm
the
gonna-
kid one.
Oh, yeah.
They take them
They're gonna
home.
start
Take them to the sitter.
I'll start off light though. I'll start off, especially with Taylor Swift, and they all singing. Next thing you know, I'm
Yeah.
like, parents, you got 9 minutes.
We about to get ratchet."
9 minutes.
Speaking of ratchet, all's fair for TLS Entertainment.
All language.
Anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no.
Yeah. Get it.
Okay.
One more question. I'm sorry, and then we're gonna wrap up. I actually had a question. So when you DJ at like U of M and like the Big Ten, are you not terrified that you're gonna slip up and play something
Oh.
that's
You
explicit?
are absolutely terrified.
You're right.
You are petrified
Right.
that is going to happen. Even though you know every song, you know these songs, you've
Yep.
heard them in and out. Every now and again, so the thing is, a lot of times there's songs with sexual innuendos that you
Right.
didn't know was there. Especially,
Laffy Taffy is a good example.
you know who
Peanut butter
wanna
jelly
know,
time.
You know the king and queen of sexual innuendos that you didn't know? Ariana Grande and Pitbull. Every song's about
Oh,
sex.
oh yes.
Every song.
Yes. Yeah, for
Take
sure.
off all your clothes and
No,
something.
Pitbull.
Well,
Pitbull.
that's
I
well.
think
That's
Pitbull's
Pitbull
worse.
Fireball.
Yeah.
Right in the beginning, take off
So
all your
you'll
clothes
get-
and
Yes.
light that something on fire.
All it takes is, it's not really, of course, it's not the crowd, but if there's one person in the crowd that emails the university about this song is talking about sex, then you get an email about, and I'm like, I had
A
no
slap on the
freaking
wrist for now.
clue. Like, yeah, you know, but
You're like,
so
"My bad."
sometimes you're a little, but for the most part,
My
part,
butthole will be really tight.
yeah, for the most part, it's just, you just go, man.
And on that, we're going to end.
Literally.
No diddy.
And
No,
No diddy.
DJ Truth, thank you so
Oh
much for
my
joining us
gosh.
today. That was
Thank
awesome. I am Tim Schaus, your premier DJ with TLS Entertainment. We've got Brandy Harlan, your non-retired wedding planner. And again, DJ Truth. Thank you guys
Appreciate
so
ya.
much.
peace and chicken grease.
Holla.
See ya.